Before the video starts, check out the official Discord with the links in the description down below or on the screen right here for mobile users. We are a fast growing community, and if you want to join and speak to new people about the anime that we all love, or speak to me personally and get custom perks, check out the Major Dragon Discord and join our growing community within the Dragon Force. Now let's get on with the video. Our story last ended with Son Goku finishing the training with King Kai. Now since Goku is much stronger than the original, and with the abilities that he has, with the sub-abilities, he will be able to pretty much take down any foe that is within his way, as he's practically mastered the Kaioken even further. As remember, one of his sub-abilities with the Great Sage that it gives him is the ability to basically learn the most basic abilities. So when Goku learns something very basic, he will be able to master it. And such things as the Kaioken technique. He knows how far he can push Kaioken to its limit, and he knows how to control it perfectly. This also means that Goku doesn't also need to shout out Kaioken as well because of the chant ability as well. So Goku is absurdly OP. So Goku could push Kaioken maybe even further than he originally did. Now Vegeta and Nappa would still arrive just like the original, and they would still rain some chaos on the Earthlings. I think they would still plant the Cybermans, and if the Cybermen still ran around causing some issues, a few instances could happen. As originally, Piccolo dying was the biggest turn for the whole show, because then they had to go to Namek. Well, I still think that Piccolo would die. How would this happen? It's because Goku would arrive on Earth much faster from the other world, because he can fly back at a much faster speed. When he does arrive, Vegeta would notice the high power level of well over 10,000+ heading their way. He would then tell Nappa to hurry up and kill these Earthlings. And I think Nappa would just aim at the closest person he can see, which would be Gohan and the others. Firing a massive beam right at Gohan, Piccolo would still rush in and sacrifice himself. While this happened, Piccolo would then collapse as Goku landed, so Goku arrived at a much faster rate. He arrived hours earlier than the original, but Piccolo would have still died. Now this of course changes the story, as now Piccolo is now killed, but the other Z fighters are all alive. Yamcha's still alive, Tien is still alive, Chaozu is still alive, Krillin and Gohan are still the same, they're okay. So Goku would then see what has happened to his best friend Piccolo, as now they're almost brothers, if you remember, and Goku was fuming. Goku was rage-filled, but then a voice almost speaks to him. As Goku heard it before, he thought it was just himself thinking of things, but it's talking to him. The Great Sage is speaking to Goku, as it didn't speak much to Goku before, only when it was truly needed, dropping some hints here and there, but now it's telling Goku to stay calm and to handle Vegeta and Nappa. So Goku would focus and calm his energy, and he would then challenge Nappa and Vegeta. Now of course Nappa would then step up first to charge right in at Goku, but we know how this goes. Goku is far too powerful. He's stronger than he is in the original by far. Nappa cannot land a single hit on Goku. But Goku, still being the Goku we all know, he still offers them a chance to get out of here. But of course Nappa would not listen, so Nappa continues to try and attack Goku, but to no avail. And Nappa's only getting angrier and angrier. This is when Vegeta would actually call Nappa back, telling him that he'll handle it, and for Nappa to stand back, so he does. This is when Nappa would then charge in towards the Z Fighters to then kill them. Now, originally, I think he would still probably try to attack Gohan or Krillin or the others. Now, when they were ready, I think this is when we would see Goku step in. Goku would then do a burst of speed that we've not seen before, as he then glows red. He would then hit Nappa right in the back, crippling the Saiyan and holding him up in the air, throwing him right in front of Vegeta. But now we know that Vegeta would then take Nappa's hand after Nappa begged for help, and Vegeta has no more use for him. So Vegeta would then toss Nappa into the air and completely incinerate him, killing Nappa. With Nappa killed, Goku knows that Vegeta was kind of crazy, but he would then challenge Vegeta as he tells his friends that they need to get out of here, And he would tell Vegeta that we need to go to a different spot, away from any animals or wildlife. And Vegeta would then agree. They would then arrive at the rocky wasteland, where they would have their infamous standoff. And of course, Vegeta would explain how Saiyans are rated at their power levels at birth, and what class they are. Those with low battle powers and are low class are sent to planets such as this. And he would then explain that he is a super elite and the Prince of all Saiyans. Goku explains that with enough hard work and training, even the low class can surpass the elite, if they trained hard enough. And Vegeta would laugh and state, "That's such a sense of humor that you got. But I will show you that effort alone isn't enough to get on my level." So, the two would then charge right at each other. Now, of course, Vegeta could not land a single hit on Goku, because of Goku's thought acceleration. Goku was able to think faster by millions of times, thousands of times if you want to lowball it. This would make Goku far too fast. He could instantly predict Vegeta's movements and read his style of fighting. So whatever Vegeta threw at Goku didn't work. Goku was too fast. And Goku would then begin to power up as Vegeta went to his full strength, having a power level of 18,000. Now Goku would begin to power up, and he easily surpasses this as Vegeta's scouter would then beep and go off, as it would shoot past over 20,000 and then explode, as Goku would then charge in, delivering a powerful punch to Vegeta. His moves were perfect, as he just wonders, how can a low-class Saiyan have all this power? This is impossible. He was a low class. He struggled to beat Raditz. How could he have beaten him? Now Vegeta is getting desperate. I think this is when we would see Vegeta try charging up his Gallic Gun attack, throwing it right towards Goku. But we know that that is futile, as Goku would just charge his own attack, the Kamehameha wave, clashing together. And Goku's beam would easily overwhelm Vegeta's attack and overtake him. Now that Vegeta was high up in space, he would then look around for the moon and see where it is. Piccolo, in my opinion, would still blow up the moon because he saw Gohan transform into a great ape. So the moon is still gone. Vegeta would then land down and tell Kakarot that he's a dead man, as remember, Goku doesn't have his tail. So Vegeta would then throw the fake moon into the air, and he would begin to transform into the monstrous great ape. Now Goku was surprised seeing this, as this is the first time he's seen it in person, not really transforming before. But then he realizes that he's the one that killed his grandpa, and that'll make sense, as that was the past thing as well. As Vegeta's power level is now 10 times higher, having a power level of 160 to 180, he's much stronger. Now, Goku, of course, would then power up even higher, at his full strength was over 30,000. This is when Goku would then try to use the Kaioken to his higher abilities, even bumping up to ×3 to ×4 to combat Vegeta. But we know that against the Great Ape Vegeta, ×4 will be able to help him keep up. Goku would then push further to ×5. That would give him a really good edge in speed. As Vegeta is very lumbering in the Great Ape state, it's hard for him to hit anybody. But Goku was small and fast. Goku would then use this, as he knows that he needs to remove Vegeta's tail. As he pauses as thinking during the saying of this, trying to think about how to move his tail quick enough. He then remembers the solar flare technique. He would then fire a ki blast, destroying Vegeta's tail, removing it entirely. Vegeta would then scream in agony as he would then revert back to normal, but he still had fight left in him. He would still try to attack Kakarot, but to no avail, as Goku was a little bit tired. The Kaioken, although he's mastered it, it still damages his body and drains his stamina. Even though he can tap into it a lot better, his body still has a lot of adjusting to it as well. Now, Vegeta, of course, got overwhelmed by Goku. It's a lost cause. No matter what Vegeta did, he could not match him in strength. So Vegeta was then knocked down and defeated. As Yajirobe and the others would then surround Vegeta, they were ready to kill him for what Vegeta and the others have done, but Goku would say no, and they would then let Vegeta go. Now this would shock everybody, but he explains that he's not as bad as everyone may think he is, and he explains that we need to show him mercy. So we would then let him go. Now, with Vegeta now let go, he would then escape into his space pod and he would then take his leave. And then he would then start heading towards Namek. Because remember, they did speak about the Dragon Balls. They could have even spoken about it as well when Piccolo was defeated. Vegeta's scouter heard it. Now, Frieza was then heading his way towards Namek as well, searching for the Dragon Balls. Vegeta would have landed on planet Frieza 79, where he would have recovered, then went right to Namek. Now, during this time, since Goku is not severely wounded by the fight with Vegeta, he was ready to go. So, it took about a week's time. They were able to get a space machine ready, and Goku and the others would then get on the spaceship. Now, who would actually go with Goku? Well, I think it would honestly be Goku, Bulma, Krillin, and Tien. I don't think that Gohan would go. The reason why I say this is because Gohan originally went because Goku couldn't even go at all, and Goku was understanding. But since Goku is technically here, honestly, Goku's all they really need. It could even be Goku, Bulma, and Krillin going, as they wanted to leave Tien behind maybe so Tien can make sure that Earth is safe, since Tien is the strongest other than Goku. So that would be also the smarter thing as well, in case Vegeta ever comes back. So Tien could help everyone else try to get stronger and get training. So it would be Goku, Bulma, and Krillin, the original duo. So they would then all three of them would then head towards planet Namek. Once when they do arrive after a week of training between Goku and Krillin, maybe doing some mental training, as once when they do arrive, Goku would then look around and start scanning power levels. But he would then hear that voice once again. That voice, something was speaking to him, and it was giving him advice, telling him about Frieza, stating that he needs to go combat Frieza. And Goku was surprised, as he wonders this voice. It speaks to him strangely. It only appears when he needs help, and that's it. But Goku, of course, would accept this, as also Goku also got a lot stronger as well. As with his analysis, because he defeated Vegeta and Nappa, Goku got stronger. Basically, he gained their powers, abilities, and moves. Now, Goku could do the Gallic Gun. He could do the Fake Moon. But realistically, he doesn't have a tail, so Fake Moon is kind of useless. But of course, Goku has Vegeta and Nappa's power levels added, which is 18,000 plus around 4,000 to 5,000. But Goku technically defeated the Great Ape as well, so his power level could be even higher. Because what makes the analysis so broken in this Dragon Ball storyline is any opponent that Goku can beat or kill, he will gain their power, abilities, and more. So he grows stronger. So since he did technically beat an opponent, aka Vegeta, that had a power level of at least 160,000, with Nappa that's 165,000, Goku's power level is absolutely absurd. If Goku's power level was only a measly 30,000, his power level would have skyrocketed, jumping to well over 195,000. Let's say 200,000 because of training. With the power level of 200,000, he could have a shot at damaging and attacking Frieza. But we would then have Goku, first off, helping Dende. And he would see Frieza, but he doesn't want to fight him just yet. He has to get the Namekian boy out of there. So he would then help Dende escape, and Dende would say to go to Elder Guru. Once going to Elder Guru, he would then read Goku's mind. Elder Guru can also sense that Goku has an incredible power, something that they were not expecting. Now, one thing that I think you guys want to talk about the main part of the what if you made it this far, you're probably wondering, what happened during Goku's training, during the other world? Well, we know that Goku trained on King Kai's world, but what's Goku hiding? You see, Goku's power level is not really 30,000. He's been secretly holding something back, as Goku has been trying to practice it for a little while. Well, Goku has been training to remove the Z Sword. If you guys remember, he's been training with the Kais, as King Kai recognized him. And I know you guys think I forgot about it, but I didn't. I've been saving it the whole time until about the middle part of the what if, as Goku, as you guys can tell, he's been purposely holding back. He's not been going all out. He's been trying to perfect what he's been working on. Well, Goku here has trained for that rough one of a couple of months with the Kais. He was able to learn the Kaioken Spirit Bomb, but he was also able to learn some other things. As Goku, would he be able to learn the Kai ability? Yes, he can, but that's for later on, as he never saw the Supreme Kai do it. Now, one people may ask, why didn't the Supreme Kai just Kai Goku to Earth? Well, realistically, if he did that, it would also break the what if. Well, you could say that the Supreme Kai just Kai Goku to Earth instead of Kami, so it wasn't Kami that did it. Goku just flew towards where Vegeta and the others are. So the Kai is not seen by anybody else because he cannot be seen amongst other mortals. He's still a deity. So Goku was training to try and remove the Z-Sword, as he is getting there, but the Z-Sword just wouldn't budge yet. Goku has so much training left that he needs to do to remove the legendary sword from the stone. Remember, it took Gohan going Super Saiyan, maybe even Super Saiyan 2, who is relative to Cell Saga, late Cell Saga levels of power, to even pull out the sword from the rock. Goku was not there yet. But he trained with the Kais, and he has gotten a lot stronger. But we'll get into his real power level. I did say his power level is 200,000, but it's actually a little bit higher than that, and we'll touch upon that. So, when Goku does meet up with Elder Guru, he senses that Goku has a rare power, but he unlocks Goku's inner potential as well, increasing his strength even higher. And Goku knows that he is more than enough to go fight Frieza now. He knows he can go fight him. So Goku would then head right towards where Frieza is. He would then tell them that they need to go collect the Dragon Balls and make sure everything is okay. Now, Vegeta by this point is already on his demon mode, so Vegeta already has fought Zarbon, Dodoria, and Kui, killing them all. Now, he also removed the Dragon Balls, so they're not all there. Now, he does sense that Kakarot is near and he's worried about him. Frieza would then summon the Ginyu Force, who is crash landing on Namek. Goku would have to stop and handle the Ginyu Force first. So, him and Vegeta would actually tag team the Ginyu Force. Now, Goku doesn't really need any help, but he would then fight Jason Birder while Vegeta would actually fight Raccoon. Since Vegeta got injured by a more powerful version of Goku, Vegeta is actually stronger than the original. His power level is equal to that of Raccoon. And Vegeta was able to beat Raccoon, but it was a bloody cruel fight. Goku would, of course, just help him by, of course, telling Vegeta to stand back. Now, Goku, of course, remind you, he doesn't have a whole bunch of sensu beans. So, you gotta remember that. So, Vegeta's still pretty badly wounded. He needs, of course, the healing tank or Dende to heal him. Goku would then handle Captain Ginyu. Now, Captain Ginyu would try to change now technique, but it wouldn't work, as Goku would just dodge the attack and defeat the legendary Captain Ginyu. Now, Goku would tell Vegeta that he's going to go battle Frieza himself. Now, Vegeta is far too injured, but he wants to watch this fight no matter what. Now, of course, it'll be Vegeta, Gohan, and Krillin and Dende, as Gohan is back on Earth. I wish that Gohan was still here, but no. In reality, it was Goku, Krillin, and Bulma. Bulma would not really be watching. She'd be stuck in the cave, terrified, so it was honestly just Gohan, Vegeta, and Dende watching Goku swear up to Frieza. Now, since this is the case, Vegeta would have been healed by Dende, who accepts it, and now Goku would then battle Frieza. Now, Frieza, of course, in his first form would then clash with Goku. Now, of course, Goku is holding back, but he's testing the waters. This is how Goku is as a fighter. He doesn't go all out like he does. He holds back purposely. But now, Frieza would then go into his second form, and the fight gets more interesting, two of them clashing back and forth, making tremors across the entire planet. Now, Frieza was impressed by the Saiyan's power. He has spirit, of course, but nothing to him. Now, Goku knows that Frieza is holding back. He wants to see Frieza's full power, and Frieza would give it to him. Frieza would then go, skipping his third form, into his final form. In his final form, he would then clash with Goku once again. Now, Frieza here is a lot more powerful than Goku even anticipated. It was incredible. Goku was having the throw of his life. This is when Goku would then use the Kaioken ability and catch up to Frieza, who's using over 80% of his power, and they're about dead even. But now, of course, Frieza is becoming desperate. Now, Goku doesn't want to use the Spirit Bomb, as that requires a lot of energy. That Krillin and the others would then leave with Vegeta and Dende to then go find the Namekian Dragon Balls. Having all of them together, they would then summon Shenron. Now, Vegeta would selfishly try to make his own wish, but Krillin would speak his out, but nothing happens. Dende would then speak on Krillin's wish, wishing for Piccolo to be brought back to life and brought to Namek. And now that Piccolo was then brought back, Kami was also brought back. Now, this means that, of course, Elder Guru would die, since when Frieza runs up to Shenron begging to have immortality, he then reverts back to stone, as Elder Guru has sadly passed away due to stress or old age. Frieza was so furious as he would then, out of anger, hit Goku with a powerful push of ki, and out of anger, he would then shoot a beam hitting Krillin right in the chest, and Krillin would then fall over. Now, Goku was in utter shock seeing Krillin, and then Frieza would then fire one at Dende, nearly killing Dende as well. As Vegeta was in shock seeing this, Vegeta was powerless. He didn't really get his full buff Zenkai yet, so he couldn't really go fight Frieza. He was comparative to first form Frieza, but not this power. Goku was so angry. He felt a rage like never before. But something happened. Something was slipping. Something was unlocking in his power. As this calming voice would tell Goku that it will help him unlock it. And Goku just felt the sudden surge in power. Not as much rage, as then his hair would then spike up and turn golden. And Goku has now transformed into a Super Sandwich. Or Saiyan? Into a Super Saiyan. Get the meme. Goku as a Super Saiyan is absurdly powerful. Way beyond, he's way stronger than he was in the original when he fought Frieza on Planet Namek. And one big thing, once when he learns the basics of it, you will see how OP Goku is going to become. And it's kind of OP and scary how strong he will. Well, Goku here would easily overwhelm Frieza. Now he's not as rage-filled, so he is more level-headed. But he would not give... Would he give Frieza the time to go 100%? I think yes. But unfortunately, with the 100%, that's not going to match Goku's power, and Goku would easily overwhelm the mighty Frieza. And Frieza would not have time to destroy Planet Namek because Goku would have stopped the attack. Now, this would also mean that he would then also use the Earth Dragon Balls to then wish Elder Guru and the other Namekians back to life that were killed by Frieza. They would then use the final Namekian wish to then wish Krillin back. This would also bring Dende back as well. As, remember, they wish for all the Namekians, not Earthlings. They then use Porunga to then wish Krillin back to life. So, things are all good. Goku would then tell Vegeta and the others to get out of here as he then handles Frieza. Now, Frieza's Earth, or his Namekian explosion attack does not work with his Death Ball, so he's running out of options, as Goku here would have no more time. He gives Frieza one chance to escape and get out of here. Frieza would, of course, throw his Death Saucers, which would then end up cutting the Emperor in half. Now, we know that Goku here would try sparing him one more time. Frieza just proves it. Goku would then get a voice in his head telling him to kill Frieza. This being will never do good. And he can see something happen. Something just appears. He has visions, and something shows him of what Frieza will become in the future, if he's still kept alive, that he doesn't change. So Goku would then kill Frieza with his angry Kamehameha. Doing this, though, he then gets all of Frieza's abilities and his power, being so much stronger now. With this, he is now stronger than ever as he looks at his hand. But he would then revert back to normal, being tired from the Super Saiyan transformation, as he would then take his leave, heading on over to go see his friends. Now, since the mighty Frieza was now destroyed, Goku and his friends would then head back towards planet Earth, and there was finally peace. Now, what about Trunks? Well, Trunks would still show up from the future timeline, and Goku never went to planet Yardrat. This means that he never learned about instant transmission. But now Trunks would still show up, and he would be kind of confused looking around as to where Goku is. He doesn't see Goku yet, but he would find Goku at his home. He would then talk to Goku privately, explaining about time, the androids, where they're showing up, and more. Now, he does want to spar with Goku, showing off Super Saiyan and sparring with Goku very briefly, though. Goku wasn't trying. It was just a little test to see if he was trustworthy, and Trunks was. Trunks would then tell him they have 3 years time to train, and he would then take his leave. But now, of course, with 3 years later, Goku would just train with Piccolo, Gohan, and the others. He would help Gohan push his potential even further, because he knows that Gohan has immense power. Now here's the fun part that I think you guys are going to be really excited for. The Android Saga. Goku, would he still get the heart virus? Well, yes and no. So, when Goku shows up to fight Dr. Gero and Android 19, he goes Super Saiyan and he easily overwhelms Android 19. The heart virus does hit him, and it does knock Goku down in base form, and Android 19 would then try to absorb Goku's power. Vegeta would cut in, turning Super Saiyan, killing 19, but Dr. Gero would then escape. While the friends do help Goku up, Goku would then recover, as the voice would say, "Let me heal you," and Goku would have recovered. It saved his life. Now, Goku doesn't know why or how, but he feels better now, but he takes some of the heart virus medicine just in case, as he flies full speed back to where Kami's house is to take the medicine just in case it flares up again. And Chi-Chi forces him to stay at the house no matter what. So 17 and 18 are still brought out. They kill Dr. Gero, bring out 16. They still defeat Vegeta and the other Z fighters. They have no chance. Now they go off to go do their own thing. This is when Piccolo would then go fuse with Kami, becoming whole again, and he would go fight 17 and push 17 a lot better than he did before because he's a lot more powerful. Unfortunately, Cell is still prowling around. Now by this point, Goku does feel a lot better. Unfortunately, it's too late as Cell has now achieved his second form. Now Vegeta originally went to go train in the Mist Spirit in time for the next 24 hours, as Cell was trying to find 18 and 16, but to no avail. Now, this is when I think Goku would show up, going to go fight Cell head on. As with Cell there, Goku would then smirk as he challenges Cell outright, who was confident that he might be able to beat Goku. Goku would then turn to Super Saiyan, and he explains to Cell that when he unlocked the power of the Super Saiyan and he learned the basics of it, he was flooded with knowledge of the form. He mastered the power of the Super Saiyan and has been able to evolve it even further beyond. As Goku would then show Cell what he means, Goku would begin to transform, going into Super Saiyan 2. As Cell was shocked seeing Goku transform, his power already eclipsing Cell, Goku explains, "But this, I'm not even done yet. This is even further." As he would then charge his energy, his hair would then grow longer, as he would then transform into a Super Saiyan 3. Now Piccolo and everybody else is shocked as well. Goku's never actually transformed into it before, and Goku says, "This is my first time transforming into these. I just know that I can do it. How far can I push this power that I have? How far can Goku push the Great Sage ability?" And he's using it to its full strength. As Goku would then push even further to the Super Saiyan's limit and transform into a Super Saiyan 4. Which I know sounds ridiculous. Which is beyond overkill. It's like, what if Goku was super extra prepared, because he is. He's pushing this Great Sage ability to its maximum. And with this, Goku has now achieved the ultimate Super Saiyan transformation. And he would then challenge Cell. Now, of course, we know how this would go. Goku absolutely annihilates Cell. A single punch to Cell's stomach makes him spit out 17 as well, reverting him back to first form Cell. Goku would not spare Cell any mercy because he knows how dangerous he is. He would then charge a Kamehameha wave, hitting Cell and completely obliterating him, thus saving the androids, who would never attack Goku now, he's too strong. Vegeta was so angry that he challenges Kakarot outright, even in his ascended Super Saiyan form. He would then charge up a final flash, hitting Goku with everything that he had, because it's Vegeta. He wants to fight Kakarot. Even in this legendary Super Saiyan 4, whatever, he didn't care. Vegeta would try. But Goku would just stand there like nothing happened after the final flash. Not even a scratch. Not even any dust. It bounced off him like it was nothing. And Vegeta, I think, would accept defeat, as there's no way. But he asked Kakarot to try and teach him how to unlock these forms. If Kakarot can do it, then he can try and do it. And that is it for part 2, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think down below about Goku unlocking this, as this does make sense. And I told you, he's going to get very OP, and it makes sense. The Super Saiyan is an ability, and Goku had to train and figure out ways to push and evolve the form because of this ability to be able to use the analysis as soon as he learns this ability. And especially with the All of Creation ability, as once learning something basic, you are able to comprehend anything and more, such as learning the basic of Super Saiyan. Goku now knows everything about it and how to access the further stages. So he just pushed it as far as he could go. and Super Saiyan 4 is the limit that we have seen in the canonical Dragon Ball series. And we'll worry about the God forms later. But anyway, that is it for part 2, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let's get to 50,000 subscribers, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.